A mother crying, a sister sighing, all because a young brother is dying.
We sell a lot of rifles and shotguns. Just to give you an example, this is a shotgun. This is 12 gauge, which is basically the standard gauge for shotguns. It's 5-shot, it's semi-automatic. You load through the bottom here. You load the rounds in through the bottom, pull back the slide.
I lost my son because of a gun.
This is the 9mm round. Now, this is what the police department uses now in New York City. This is one of the best rounds for personal defense, for home defense, anything like that.
He went to one of my brothers once before and told my brother, look, you see these bullets? With these bullets, one day I'm going to kill myself.
A lot of people have bad feelings toward gun stores, but they have to realize that it's not the legal gun that does it. The criminals use illegal guns that are stolen, guns that are purchased down south. So in a way, it's bad for business, but in another way, it doesn't affect us one way or the other because it's not coming from us.
I really hate guns. I can't even see, if I see a book of guns in my house, I get very upset and angry. And I just hate it. I really do hate it. I hate guns because a gun killed my son.
My name is Jonathan Vega. My brother Eddie died 2 years ago Easter night from a gunshot wound at point blank range. He was 19 years old. I talked to my mother about my brother's death.
When I heard the news over the phone, I just thought it was a joke. You know, I took it as a joke. So then I decided to call back my sister to see what was the real deal, and she told me that my son had died. He shot himself with a gun.
Eddie's death affected the whole family, especially my mother.
It tore apart the whole family because of the way I felt. I was in pain and I wasn't thinking of anybody else at the time. Well, all I want to say is, mothers out there who has a young son, please, please just try and listen to them. Be their friend. Because if they find themselves in the same situation my son did, they would not see their son ever again. And that's painful. It really is painful.
Thank you, Mom. I love you, Mom.
I love you.
A mother crying, a sister sighing, all because a young brother is dying. A funeral march for a young life that didn't even start. A small family ripped apart.
A person is shot every 2 minutes, and like Eddie, many people have lost their lives to guns, and now they're like here in the cemetery. But what about the people who have survived the traumatic experience of getting shot? Hear the story of 2 such people who have gotten shot and are now dealing with the physical holes and the psychological holes which that event has left them with. We got to speak to Charles and Janine and learn about their experiences. This is their story of survival.
I would like you to meet a friend of mine named Charles. He lives in the Albany Housing Projects in Brooklyn. I spent the day with Charles, and he talked to me about what life is like for him after being left paralyzed by a gunshot wound.
I was shot like 6 years ago, 1988. You know, I was 16 years old, shot in the neck, paralyzed.
We had the opportunity to speak to Janine about her experience getting shot. She was 18 years old when a car drove by and shot her in the head. This incident left her with traumatic brain injury. Janine preferred not to be seen, so we obeyed her wishes.
About 6 years ago, I had a traumatic brain injury. I got shot towards the back of my head, and it went straight through. I was left for about 3 hours, and it was a rainy day. It was really bad, and I had bacteria set in my brain, and so I lost 5% of my brain functioning.
I can't walk, so certain things that are limited to me, you know. Like riding a train, I can't even ride a train, you know. I can't ride the train. I can't, you know. I have to get carried up and down the steps and things like that. My building fences, you know, I can't get in and out of my building, you know.
I lost everything. I lost everything. You know, there wasn't one thing that I didn't lose. You know, you put a 3-year-old to me against me, and he would win. I went to places in Connecticut where they taught me how to talk clearly, walk from a wheelchair to a walker to a cane. I wore a helmet on my head because I had plates inserted in my head. I had to wait 2 years for the plates to put in because your head is so tender. You know, my head was so tender because the bullet went straight through.
Did you have to go through any type of therapy?
Yeah, I still got to go through therapy. I might have to go through therapy for the rest of my life, but, you know, it's something I got to do, you know, so.
So what's it like? What's therapy like?
It's hard. I'm tall. I wanted to play ball so bad, you know. I'm so tall, I wanted to play ball. Any kind of ball, football, basketball, baseball. And it's things like that I took advantage of when I was walking, and I can't do now. But things like that, a whole lot of things that ain't gonna stop me from living if I can't do, but just fun things, you know what I mean?
Within the 6 years, I still say, why me? You know, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that. You know, I see these people of today, and I'm like, damn, I could do that. I used to do that, you know, and that hurts. You know, I mean, it really hurts. It's no way to say it.
I look out my window, and at far distance I see a playground I believed was made just for you and me.
I'm different. I think different. I'm more careful with what I do. I think about everything I do. I listen more, I pay attention more. Life not a joke now, put it that way. It's very serious to me, you know. So everything that goes around me, if I can find out about it, I'm gonna find out. And, you know, anything that goes on that I can hear or see, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna hear it, you know.
I'm not gonna let this get me, you know? I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Jesus, now I should lay down and die like all the other people, victims and everything. I won't let this make me a victim. You know, it's just not gonna happen.
I look out my window. Why should it be? Your smiling face I will never again see. I close my window. Oh, how could it be? A bullet came along and left just me.